All right, welcome back to another episode of Forex Tech Magazine. Today is January 23rd, 2019, almost through the month. Hopefully, you've had an opportunity to make some good money so far, but if you haven't, stick with us. Hopefully, we're going to give you some tips and some tidbits, that can help you make you some extra change if you haven't made some already. So, before we get into it, I want to go ahead and give you this disclaimer. Goes a little something like this. Any and all information shared with you by Forex Tech Magazine should be considered to be for educational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing that we share with you should be considered to be financial advice. If you are in need of financial advice, then our suggestion would be to seek out the assistance of a licensed, competent advisor. So now we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into what you came here for. Let's look at some trading opportunities. Right. First thing we'll look at is not this one right here. This right here is the the Euro US dollar. It's just something I was playing around with, looking for some, looking at a potential position. But anyway, let's look at what we did last night. Let's look at what the trades are from yesterday, right? So we went on and looked at two pairs, and we did the Great Britain pound, we did the Australian dollar. As you can see, the Great Britain pound pair looks like there's 106 pips so far, so $711. The Great Britain pound and Zillion dollars were negative a couple of pips, but let's look at this right here, his trade, and see what happened. And let's see if I was 100% right about what I said was going to happen with this trade, which I was. Right? Now, if you remember what we said last night, but first of all, let's look at what we have. Let's look at our fibs, right? This is our A, this is our B, and we said our C was somewhere here in the red, so that means that our D extension must be up here, right, in the red, right? And if you remember from last night, what I said was that this area right here was a support resistance area, and this right here was a support resistance area as well. And what price tends to do when it gets near support resistance is it tends to U-turn, right? And as you can see, we got in here, price went, oops. That's crazy. All right, so we got in here. Price began to move up. It hit the support resistance area, right? It began to U-turn, it pulled back, right? Went back up again, retested it again, and then price proceeded to move downward from there. And now we have it here at another support resistance area, right? So my stop loss, once again, is back here below the A, right? And I planned on moving it up if we could have got some good push above the B, right? And then that means I would have put my stop loss here right at the C, but I didn't do it, right? So that would have lengthened or shortened any potential loss in this particular pair. Because it came down to this level of support, it really interested me. What I wanted to see was would price be able to maintain here and then retrace and push back up. So we're going to see how it looks over the next 24 to 48. Right? And if it's able to do so, then I'll feel confident again back in this currency pair to leave everything the way it is and watch price push up. If it begins to break below this right here, then what I may do is I may go ahead and cut this one. I don't know if I really want to. And the reason why I say that is because it's not a must that I trade this one right here, right? And so I could just get out of this early instead of waiting if it pulls all the way back and then pushes all the way up. Me personally, I don't like to be in trades for extended periods of time. I like to be in trades for only a couple of hours and then trade something else. Maybe I got trading ADHD, I don't know. Or I may just let it get up, retest, and then take profit. It just really all depends on what my mood is going to be over the next 24 to 48. And once again, it's just a preference because I don't like being in trades for extended period of times. That's all. It's nothing more, nothing less. Right? So we'll see how this one plays out. I thought it had some pretty good momentum yesterday that will push me up into our target in a short period of time, but it looks like it's pulling back, and it may just be off of some economic information that came out about the New Zealand dollar that caused it short turnaround. The other one we were in was the Great Britain Pound Australian Dollar. This one here is a little bit more like it. As you can see, this is where we came in at, right? This is our A, this is our B, our C is down here, right? Price crossed over into the buy zone. We bought in here, right? Price went up, price pulled back. Price goes up again, price pulled back. So this is the natural momentum of the market. Goes up, pulls down, goes up, pulls down. We actually came within pretty close proximity of our target. Um, it's 56 pips, so it came within about 56 pips of it, which is pretty cool. Of course, now we're a little ways off. What happened here? Sorry, for whatever reason, my take profit got moved down. But so we're a little bit ways off, but we're in the process of making our way back to it. So this one right here, the next 24.48. Nice, about 90, 94, 95 pips away. So we're under 100 pips away from from the target. So hopefully, like I said, over the next 24.48, should be able to hit that. That'd be pretty cool. What is the next one? Canadian dollar. There's another one. We're not in this trade right here, but as you can see, price, you got your A, you got your B. Actually, oops. Get your A down here. You got your B. Here goes your C, bouncing off the support resistance line. Price crossed over to the buy zone. Price pushed up. Price went above your support resistance. Came right through. We testing it now before it should make a push up towards your take profit. And this one right here is the one I have to go back and check which one was the actual. This one right here is the one we're going to go back and recheck, make sure that we got the right. Make sure that the right AB boundary was in place. Is it either this outer one or this inner one right here? Can't remember which one it was, but either way it goes. Price is in the buy-in mode on this particular pair. So suffice to say, if this was it, anyway, suffice to say, I'd rather go back and double check that one, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's see here. Okay, I got it. I like this one better. I mean, either way is good. All right, so let's look at this right here. In fact, let's kill that. I'm sorry, guys. So what I'm doing is I'm replacing my fibs on this chart. All I'm doing is using the Smart Trader to do it. So look for a swing low, boom, boom. Price comes in. So this is the first price move up. Price retrace all the way down to the red. So right, here goes that D extension. Price goes up, it hits the D extension, which is right. Price comes back, retraces to the red. Right, bounces off this support and resistance. So that means that our target should be here. So it's a pretty lofty target spot, another 300 some pips. Potentially. It's 276 pips, 275 pips. So it's a pretty lofty target, but that's where it's at, right? So once again, it's one of the ones that if you look at the overall move for that pair, you just got to kind of determine whether or not this looks like something that actually may occur. Because here's the thing, I mean, you can still go out here, you can draw your fibs and put everything in place, but there's no guarantee that's actually going to do it. You also got to kind of be aware of what's going on in that particular pair. You know, is it trending up? Is it trending down? Or is in this particular case right here, is it moving sideways? And if it's moving sideways, then you got to ask yourself, you know, what's the likelihood this thing's actually going to push all the way up to this point here, right? And it could, very well could, but it's definitely going to be some resistance there, especially when you see that, you know, it's been topping out here, you know what I'm saying? And it really should be topped out where it's at right now. Is that a kind of a position to make a U-turn? I mean, it's topped up at that area at least one time before in the past, but there's no guarantee that it's going to continue to do so. So when you look at stuff like this right here, and you're in the process of you know, placing a trade, or you're in the heat of the moment of a trade, you got to ask yourself, you know, is it really worth it? Is it something that I really think is going to happen? Should I just kind of wait and sit on the sidelines with this one right here? Or should I just do a very aggressive stop loss? Something that, you know, once I get up into the profit, automatically move my stop loss up so it's a risk-free trade. So those are things you got to kind of take into consideration when you're trading something that's moving sideways. And even though you got your fibs up there, there's no guarantee. Because remember, there's no holy grail inside of Forex. There's nothing that works 100% of the time, all the time, on every different patterns. So you have to be smart enough to use your skills to be able to go in and use, you know, the information that you have and the strategies that you have to be able to adjust according to what's going on in the market to be able to, you know, get that profit for yourself. Okay. Let's see. Here's a Great Britain Pound Japanese Yen. All right. Here goes that A. Here goes that B. You know, C was down here somewhere. Crossed over to the buy zone. Should be trying to make its way up towards the red, but of course it's just sitting here, and now it's potentially going back some. So this red doesn't have a lot of energy with it as well. Let's look at what we're looking at here. Very telling. This particular pair has been in downward momentum for a long period of time. Another thing to think about too as well is what the overall, like I said before, trend of the market is. If you got something that's moving sideways and is at a peak, or if you got something that's moving overall, it's been moving down, right? But on the chart that you're on, it's showing that it should be moving up. You know, look at the overall trend, because it may be something that's telling you that, hey, you know what, this thing, yeah, it's moving up right now, but overall, you know, it's been moving down, and we may want to stay out of it until you get some type of confirmation that it is actually going to be moving over to our direction. So this is still not bad. Let's see here. If we look at it, so this is the outer trend line, right? Still moving down, inner trend line, still moving down, but it's crossed over into the buy. So price could theoretically push up and test this area up here before it starts to make his move back down again. So still some possible room for it to move up. The question is, will it? That's a great question. It's pushed out and over some of the other key areas of potential resistance, and that was pushing it, causing it to trend down. So it may continue up, but I would use caution on this one as well as the other ones. When you're going into it, just don't have that wide doe-eyed look. Go into it, use your stop losses, and trade accordingly. Okay. So the next one is, we already went that one. This is Great Britain Pound, US dollar. Once again, so here just kind of moving sideways, moves up some. Hasn't pushed up like we actually hoped that it would, but it's still there, just kind of moving sideways. And that's kind of the issue with some of these pairs, is that, it's moving, but it's moving sideways, moving slowly. But that's okay though. That's what the market does about 80% of the time, just kind of move sideways, and then it starts trending up or down. So it is what it is. But that's the great thing about Forex. You got so many different currency pairs that you can trade, that you can find your bull market out here. And one of these pairs, you just got to be proactive and just be looking, okay? Look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Boom, boom, bat. This one here almost is close to pushing above that A. Hasn't done it just as of yet, but it is getting there, surely, slowly but surely. So we'll see how this goes, and if it does, and of course, once again, it kills that whole downward momentum trade, and now you start looking for buying opportunities for this currency pair to push up. But right now, it's just really kind of moving sideways. So won't recommend anybody going into this pair. Stay away from that right there for right now. There's others out there that looks like potential better trades. Now, last but not least, this is the one that we're in right now actively. This thing has slowly been making its way down over time. Going back to this Fibonacci de-extension here. And the question is, will it complete this one before it moves up? Or based off of the fact that it's completed two prior, will it now go ahead and make the move up and get back into the profit for us and push on up to our target? So that's kind of what we're waiting. Overall, on the big scheme of things, we still haven't pulled back into our 0.236 Fibonacci retracement. Right, we're still above that, so it hasn't even really pulled back into our red that much at all. This is deep as it's been, and so based off of where we're at right now, if you're looking for buying opportunities in this market, or to get back into this market, I don't know if you're already in this market now, or if you're looking to get back into this market, the opportunities. Price gonna have to make a good move before you do it. So price needs to get over this downward trend line here before we can say, okay, you know what, there's some good buying opportunities. Let's go ahead and buy and get back into this market. So price has to get up to at least what we're looking at, about 71.92. So close to 72 before you get into it. And right now we're at 71.32. So we got to move about 60 some pips, right, up before we can look at it and say, hey, you know what, it's a good opportunity to get into this thing. The buy signal is on. Right now it's moving down to the side. So right now, if you're not already in this trade, wouldn't recommend getting into it. Would recommend just sitting on the sideline and just kind of waiting it out. But if you're already in this trade, then enjoy, sit back and enjoy. It may take a little while for it to finish completing this pattern. But you know what? That's why we trade, man. So we don't have to go out there and do a 9 to 5. We can just sit back and kind of like just take money from the market, let the market do what it does. Right? So, at any rate, like I said, I told you today was going to be kind of quick. This is it for today. I'm about to get out of here. Hope you guys got some information from here. Oh, by the way, if somebody said, well, what are you looking, is there something that you're looking to trade in particular today? And my answer would be no. Today, if you haven't already gotten to the market, today for me would probably be sit on the sideline day, sit on your hands and wait day. Like I said, this is the Great Britain Pound and Zillion Dollars. You see it pulls back to support. Could potentially be in, but then if we look at our buy and sell signals, right, it's still in the sell zone right now. It hasn't crossed over to the buy zone. So I wouldn't get back into that pair just yet because it could drop down some more, which I don't think it will because it's right there support, but you never know. Same thing for here. Let's pull back down to support. You could potentially buy off support or, wait till the price gets back into the buy zone, which is not in there right now. So I would wait on that one. We got Japanese yen. So, price is actually in the buy zone right now for this particular pair. But you have to ask yourself, how far up is this thing going to continue to go? I think overall, this is one that we looked at. So the overall momentum was shifted to the downside, right? And got to ask yourself, do we believe it's going to be able to push higher before we get into this one and start trying to make that buy? This is one that we're in right now. Price still, even though we're in the buy zone overall, if you want to get back into this one right here, have to wait to, you can get in now, but then I would probably tell you just wait till price crosses over into the buy zone. And you say, well, what is the buy zone? Well, the buy zone is always, when we look at the counter trend line break, right? And it gives us, that gives us a good opportunity to get into the market, because typically what happens when you get a counter trend line break, you're getting momentum coming into the market, and so you're getting that good push up. So that means that not only is your price getting hit, not only is your price, market going up, but it's going up with some momentum. So it offers you an opportunity to get into the market and get out of the market in quicker time. See this right here? Price is still going down, bouncing off that trend line, going down. Right? If price crosses above this trend line, right, then we want to get in, because then we feel like we're getting a good push. Momentum's coming in, and we get to our target fairly quickly. Versus if we get in now, which price may still pull back some more, and it might move sideways some more. It might just be a little bit longer time for us to get to our target. So the ideal is if we get something that has some good momentum behind it, when we go into it, we get a good push, we'll move up and get in and out of that trade a lot quicker, right? So same thing for all these right here. Basically, it's a sit on your hands and wait type day. Not nothing really to see. So look at how it plays out over the next 24, and see if you can find you some trades. If not, just sit back and wait. Remember, don't force a trade. Wait for the setup to come to you, then get into the trade and get out making money. Anyway, hope this helped you guys out. Thanks for tuning in. I will talk to you in another 24. Take care.